subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, welcome back to a weekly bit session on current banking and financial awareness. Here these banking awareness updates I am covering between 1st August to 8th August, which will be useful for your all upcoming banking and banking related exams. Friends, you can download this lecture PDF from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel link I have given in description section and also I pinned in comment section. Now friends, let's begin our session, and don't forget to watch full video. It's really important questions and important session too. Now let's begin. Now the question says, which bank has been empaneled by RBI to act as an agency bank? So which bank empaneled by Reserve Bank of India? So that bank act as an agency bank. We'll see the options. Options are A. Axis Bank, B. IndusInd Bank, C. ICICI Bank, D. Yes Bank. In none of this. Friends, as an agency bank, so as an agency bank, that IndusInd Bank, option B, it is the right answer. IndusInd Bank now becomes eligible to carry out transactions related to all kinds of government-led businesses. So this IndusInd Bank can work as a this bank carry out all government-related banking businesses. So this permission got from Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank has been empaneled this IndusInd Bank as an agency bank to RBI. So in that context, so this IndusInd Bank can carry out all government transaction businesses. So this decision is based on RBI guidelines. So that authorities authorizes of this scheduled private sector banks as an agency bank of the regulator for the conducting these type of government businesses. So for conducting these type of government businesses, RBI has to release certain guidelines. So under RBI has to so some banks also, some private banks also has to follow some certain guidelines. So if that guidelines will be comes under that RBI guidelines, so definitely those banks will be empaneled by RBI. So in that context, now IndusInd Bank will be the agency bank of RBI. So this bank can carry out all transactions related to government businesses. When it comes to starting part of this question, this IndusInd Bank, no, it is headquarters, it is Pune, and present CEO of this IndusInd Bank name is Sumant Katpalia. Sumant Katpalia, he is present CEO of this bank. Now moving forward, the next question says, which bank has launched Dukandar Overdraft Scheme? Dukandar Overdraft Scheme. This scheme for what purpose? To help shopkeepers and merchants. So which bank has been launched this overdraft scheme? Now we'll see the options. Options are A. HDFC Bank, B. IndusInd Bank, C. ICICI Bank, D. Yes Bank. And others. Friends, the right answer for this question is, it is option A, it is HDFC Bank. So our HDFC Bank, it is India's largest private lender. So this bank has launched this overdraft facility. This facility, that name they are calling as Dukandar. The Dukandar Overdraft Scheme. So this is for whom? For small and retail customers. So to help shopkeepers and merchants in easing their cash crunch. So for relating their cash transactions, for getting easy their day-to-day businesses, so for that account holders, this Dukandar Overdraft Scheme has been introduced. So this purpose is main for small retailers to ease their cash crunch. So they can carry out their businesses by cash. So through cash transactions, they will get they will move forward with their day-to-day business. No? So in that context, this Dukandar Overdraft Scheme will be useful for them, for small retailers. Now right answer for this question is option A, it is HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank, you have to remember Dukandar Overdraft Scheme. Now let's when it comes to starting part of this question, this is HDFC Bank, present HDFC headquarters, it is Mumbai of course, and present MD and CEO of HDFC Bank, Shashidhar Jagdishan. And you have to remember also this abbreviation also, say HDFC Bank abbreviation, HDFC, that abbreviation is Housing Development Finance Corporation. Housing Development Finance Corporation. This is a full abbreviation of this HDFC. So right answer is HDFC Bank. Now next question says, NPCI has launched a UPI based new digital payment solution, so that will work using via SMS or QR code. Now the question is, name of this new solution. So recently NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India, so NPCI has launched recently a UPI based new platform, that is payment solution. So they are asking the payment solution name. Now which is the options? Options are A DigiPay, B Rupee, C E-Rupee, D ePay, any of these. Friends, our National Payment Corporation of India NPCI has launched an innovative digital solution. So that name they are calling as E-Rupee. It is option C, right answer for this question, E-Rupee. So E-Rupee, it is in association with DFS, Department of Financial Services, and NHA, National Health Authority, and as well as Ministry of Home and Welfare Solution. So Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Solution, and also some other bank partners. So this E-Rupee, it is a type of payment voucher. So with an one-time payment mechanism, it is like prepaid card. So it is built on the UPI platform. A separate app is there, that E-Rupee app. So now government or corporate entities so would create E-Rupee vouchers so through their partner banks and share that E-Rupee with the beneficiaries for a specific purpose or activity via SMS or QR code. So that beneficiary will be identified using their mobile numbers. So this is the main concept of this behind this UPI digital payment. So first, the people who, bodies, the government or corporate entities, first they should create a rupee voucher. So if they want to pay to their beneficiaries, so they can generate one voucher. So that beneficiaries through that voucher ID or voucher number or QR code, so they can redeem their cash or their transfer. So either any payment mode. So simply instead of carrying cash and other via bank transactions, they can generate a voucher. So through that voucher they can get money. So that is the main behind for this digital payment. So when it comes to starting part of this question, the NPCI chairman, his name is Mr. Mohan Mahapatra. So NPCI only launched this payment E-Rupee, and before Vishwabhushan Mr. Mohan Mahapatra, before this Mr. Mohan Mahapatra, Samamurthy will be there. Yeah, I remember Samamurthy. So after his success, the Mr. Mohan Mahapatra appointed as an NPCI chairman. So that is the basic that regarding NPCI. What NPCI chairman? So for this question, this E-Rupee, it is launched by NPCI, that new UPI based digital payment. So it is also association with, you have to remember, NPCI also association with DFS, NHA, National Health Authority, as well as MHFW, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now next question says, which bank has launched a new and enhanced security feature called SIM binding to protect customers from various digital frauds in their app? So which bank has launched a new and enhanced security feature called SIM binding to protect customers from various digital frauds in their app? Which options? Options are A Axis Bank, B IDFC, C ICICI Bank, D SBI Bank. None of this. Friends, option D, it is right answer for this question. India's largest lender, that is State Bank of India, has launched this new and enhanced security feature. It's YONO and YONO Lite app customers. So that's what they are calling as this feature, security feature. It is SIM binding. So the SIM binding purpose is to protect their customers from various digital frauds. So nowadays, through mobile and SMS, internet banking, so many frauds is happening now. So in that context, this SBI launched this SIM binding feature, security feature. So through this feature, customer can be protected. Now welcomes to starting part of this question. SBI present chairman Dinesh Kumar Khara, and this SBI headquarters, it is Mumbai, of course, and SBI founded in the year 1955. Now next question is, name the new fintech firm set up by group of Indian banks to make use of blockchain technology for the financial services sector. So nowadays, this Indian banking sector looking into blockchain technology. So they are making steps towards implement this blockchain technology. So in that context, so that new fintech company has going to set up this for welcoming this blockchain technology into our Indian banking and financial sector. So now they are asking that new fintech firm name. Now we'll see options. Options are A IBC, B IBIC, C IBBIC, D BIC in none of these. Friends, this blockchain based startup company, that company name is IBIC. So option C, it is right answer for this question. IBIC Private Limited. So it has been set up by our group of 18 Indian banks. So to bring this DLT in the financial service sector. These 18 banks in India have come together and they set up this new fintech firm, that names they have given as IBBIC. So to make use of this blockchain technology for the financial service sector. So I will repeat, just I will mention here, I will read out the 18 banks. Those are including private and public sector banks: RBL Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC, Kotak Mahindra, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank, Yes Bank, South Indian Bank, Federal Bank, IDFC First Bank, SBI when it comes to public sector, SBI, Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank, Canara Bank, IDBI, PNB, Union Bank of India, and Standard Chartered Bank. So all these together 18 banks. So all these banks are going to invest 5 crore. Each bank will invest 5 crore in this IBBIC company. So they'll get some share in this IBBI company, IBBIC Private Limited company. So this mainly is so this fintech company will develop a blockchain technology in this financial service. So this is called IBBIC, that is Indian Banks Bank Blockchain IBBIC Private Limited, that company name is. Now next question says, loan disbursement target set by government under PM Mudra Yojana for 2021-22. So under PM Mudra Yojana scheme, so for the year 21-22, loan disbursement target. So how much loan has to be given by government? Now we'll see the options. Options are A 1 trillion, B 5 trillion, C 3 trillion, D 2 trillion Indian rupees. In none of these, of course. So friends, the government has set up a target for disbursing, for granting loans under this scheme PM Mudra Yojana for the year 2021 and 22. It is around around 3 trillion Indian rupees. Option C is right answer for this question. And first we will see what is this PM Mudra Yojana. So PM Mudra Yojana, it is a scheme launched by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in the year 2015. So for providing loans to up to 10 lakh to the non-corporate customers. So and these loans are given by all commercial banks and regional banks, small finance banks, and also microfinance institutions, NBFCs also. So under this scheme, this Mudra Yojana scheme, so there will be three categories are there, no? Shishu, Kishore, Taran. So these are things are you pretty well about this PM Mudra Yojana scheme. No? So under this, so this year 2021-22 target, it is 3 trillion Indian rupees. This is the target. Option C, right answer for this question. Next question says, which is the first life insurance company to offer its customers the UPI AutoPay facility? So which is the first life insurance company offering to their customers that UPI AutoPay facility? These are the options. Options are A Max Life Insurance, B ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, C HDFC Life Insurance, D BNP Life Insurance. In none of this. Friends, right answer for this question is option. It is option B. I think yes, it is ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. Friends, this ICICI Prudential Insurance, it has become the first life insurance company, as I told, to offer to their customers as UPI auto pay facility. So, by entering into a partnership with National Payments Corporation of India (NPCA). So, through NPCA, they are making this facility for their customers for paying this life insurance payments and premium payments through that auto pay facility. So this will allow their customers to purchase insurance policies and pay their premiums and it's safe and secure manner. So for getting this this facility, the customers will have to activate their UPI auto pay e-mandate through their smartphones through BHIM app or NPCA Pay UPI app. When it comes to starting part of this ICICI, so it is headquarters of this ICICI Prudential Life Insurance is Mumbai, and present MD and CEO of this ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, his name is NS Khanna. NS Khanna. So these things you have to remember at least their headquarters and their MD and CEO names. Now we see next question. Now next question says, which financial organization approved a loan of 250 million US dollars for India to enhance its dam safety in various states? So, dam safety in various states, for which financial organization has approved a loan of 250 million US dollars. Now, which options first? Options are A. RBI, B. NABARD, C. EADB, Asian Development Bank, D. World Bank. Friends, the options are, the right answer for this question is option D, it is World Bank. Yes, the World Bank and Government of India as well as Central Water Commission and government representatives from 10 participating states approved this loan for India to make its existing dam safety and resilience. So the World Bank now has approved this dollars of 250 million for India so that the country can make efforts to have a long-term dam safety programs. So for enhance the safety and performance of the existing dams across various states. So this 250 million US dollars will be used for existing dams that across India and every state. So which is in which state this dam safety measures for taking steps so that states can take steps to develop their dams, no, for safety of their dams. So for that purpose, this amount can be utilized. 250 million US dollars you need to remember as well as. And World Bank is financing this loan, this loan amount. Next question says, name the digital payments platform launched by UPI based auto pay facility for their customers for mutual fund investment. So in previous question we had seen auto pay facility, no? So that financial that is insurance premium, no? So in this question, which payment platform launched UPI based auto pay functionality for their customers for its mutual fund investments? They are investing in mutual funds. So which digital platform is launched? Now it's the options. Options are A. Amazon Pay, B. Paytm, C. GPay, D. PhonePe. In none of this. Friends, the right answer for this question is option D. It is PhonePe. Yes, PhonePe. It is a platform launched that UPI based auto pay functionality for their mutual fund investment. So recently, PhonePe also introduced this mutual fund investment. So this will help customers to set up their mutual fund SIPs in 3 steps, namely selecting the fund and entering their monthly systematic investment plan and invest their amount. And they can also authenticate with this UPI pin. So this is the user can select these funds and how to invest and where to invest in a mutual fund and which scheme they have to they need to invest in which scheme. So everything it is user friendly in PhonePe. So this PhonePe has launched this UPI based auto pay facility for their mutual fund investment customers. When it comes to start part of this question, the headquarters of it is PhonePe. Of course, it is Mumbai. And you need to remember CEO of also PhonePe. PhonePe CEO name is Sameer Nigam. So every day we are using Amazon, Phone Pay, Google Pay, everything. No? So you need to remember their CEO names also. So Phone Pay CEO name is Samir Nigam. The headquarters of Phone Pay, it is Mumbai, and this auto pay feature introduced by NPCA. So NPCA has introduced this facility, so we are using that facility in the particular app, that is Phone Pay. Now next question says, as per Reserve Bank of India's August bi-monthly monetary policy rates, the reverse repo rate stands at what percent? RBI recently in August they have conducted this bi-monthly monetary policy rates, no? So in that status quo. So status quo means so they are putting they are keeping interest rates as same as like earlier. So they are not changing. That we will call it as the status quo. Now which is the option first? Options are A 3.35%, B 3.75%, C 4%, D 4.25%. Friends, as per the RBI's bi-monthly monetary policy, the reverse repo rate stands at 3.35%, and it is repo rate, as I told, unchanged, it is 4%, and the MSF 4.25%, as well as bank rate also 4.25%. And when it comes to CRR, cash reserve ratio, it is 4%, and SLR it is 18%. So this time, as per the rates, the Monetary Policy Committee (MPC), will call it as MPC, means Monetary Policy Committee abbreviation. So MPC has maintained this status quo for the 7th consecutive time. So 7th time. So MPC has maintained the same rates. And there is a committee. That committee, this Monetary Policy Committee, as I told you, MPC. This committee having a chairperson. Chairperson will be the committee head. So his name is, of course, our RBI Governor Shaktikant Das. Shaktikant Das is chairman of this MPC committee. So question may ask like this also: who is the Monetary Policy Committee chairman or chairperson? So obviously every time MPC chairperson will be the RBI's governor. So Shaktikant Das is our present chairperson of this committee, MPC committee, Monetary Policy Committee. So now when it comes to static part, this headquarters of our RBI, it is Mumbai. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my Invoking YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notification to your mobile. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Jai Hind.